Okay, thank you guys for getting on the Team Fit and Fabulous call. It is July 29th, I believe. We are just a couple days away from the end of the month. So many of you are hitting Success Club this month and are so close. Even if you have 1, 2, or 4 points, you guys can do it. There's been months where I've been down like to the wire, and I just follow up with everyone. I just invite a lot of people, always the no pressure kind of thing, but generally there's some people that need our help, and you'll get some points out of it and you'll be able to change your life that month. So don't be afraid. Like, there's 2 days left, but don't think, okay, throw my hands up, I'll try again next month. Don't give up on this month. This month isn't over yet, so keep going. Okay, with that being said, the Push to Diamond group is starting August 1st, and I'm so excited. There's going to be a ton of you guys in that, so we are all going diamond. Let's do it. Teamwork makes dream work, right? And so I'm so excited. We have put together this amazing training, and it's just going to, it's just going to blow your mind. You're going to be so excited. So we'll get that started. I'll get that group opened and all you guys in there. The August Team Cup also will start. So we'll organize groups. There's only 5 that can go per group. And so I will name who the team leader is. Whoever the team leader is will have to register your team, and you'll have to do that before August 1st. So that's the deadline. So we have to do that. And all you do is you go in and fill out this quick little form and put the coach's name and coach ID and all that good stuff. And then we'll be set. So I'm so excited about that. And that's just going to be a friendly challenge that will be in a separate group from the Push to Diamond. And we'll all just kind of work off of each other, give each other ideas, and cheer each other along as we hit Success Club and build our teams. So we'll do that as well. So with that being said, tonight we have Gabby on the call. She is going to go over photo editing. If you guys are not following her on Instagram, you have to follow her on Instagram. Her Instagram rocks. I've just been following her for probably, I don't know, like a year or 2 years now. And she's always inspired me, her photos and just what she's doing with her Instagram account and just the person that she is. So it's Gabrielle _Rose_B. Is that right? Okay, that's what I was thinking. So follow her on Instagram if you aren't already. And I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to her, and she's going to give us her top tips on photo editing to just attract other people and it's going to help you attract, to do that attraction marketing that we all want to do. So here you are, Gabby. Go, girl. Let me unmute you. I got to do that. Or can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Yeah?
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and switch you to the host.
Perfect.
And then you might have to mute my line. Let's see here. Got to find you on the deal. Okay. Make host. Yes. Okay.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to mute.
Perfect. Okay, guys. First off, sorry that I look really gross. My air conditioning's been out for 4 days, so we're hot and sweaty up in here. I don't know who saw or didn't see my post earlier, but I'm going to be talking about, well, mainly one app, but I want to mention a few of my favorites because they're all useful in different ways. So the first app I want to talk about is called Witagram. People have different apps for this, but this is just the one that I use. Basically, Instagram obviously has a square-only rule for their pictures. And sometimes you just need to use the whole picture to get the whole idea that you're trying to go for. So Witagram allows you to create a square picture where it wouldn't otherwise be. Pretty easy. Another one that's really important is called, at least one that I use, is called Rona. And that one just adds text to pictures. It has a bunch of different fonts. It's pretty cool. There's other font ones too, but this one has a ton of different fonts, lots of different sizes, and I've really liked it in the past. I don't add a ton of fonts to my food pictures because it kind of gets in the way of the food. But if you are posting pictures of yourself for fitness pictures and you're looking for like inspirational quotes on those pictures, that's a great app to use. The main app I'm going to be talking about tonight, and we go more into this later, is called Facetune, and everyone needs it for just any kind of pictures you're using. It is the best. I think it's $4.99 or something, one-time fee, totally worth it. For this one, it does almost everything. It can adjust pictures in colors. It removes blemishes. You can add filters to it. I use it with almost every single picture I post unless I'm editing on my computer alone. Another really cool app is called Mextures, Mextures, and it's brand new to me, and I am obsessed with it. It is amazing. If you took a picture that needs a little something extra, something creative, it's a good picture in what you're trying to get across, but it has a lot of blank space on the edges. Mixtures adds filters or can add bokeh effect, which is like those little sunspot type things that show up in corners. And it just adds a lot of creative flair, kind of artsy. The only thing I would say is that if your brand is all like really sharp pictures, that you don't want to use that too much because it's going to start kind of confusing your page. You want your page to be relatively consistent with what you're posting. So when people look at your page as a whole, it's a beautiful image as a whole on Instagram. The last app that I'm going to mention, and I'm actually going to show you guys at one point how I use it on my computer just so you can get an idea of something I'm talking about, is called Lightroom. This is an expensive app. It's for your computer mainly, and they have an app for your phone as well. So if you use a DSLR and use those for your Facebook or your phone pictures, it's totally worth it. It's $10 a month, which sounds pricey, but it does everything. If you want to pop the purple in a picture, you can pop just the purple in a picture. If you want to do the same with the green, it allows you to get rid of kind of like Facetune blemishes, but on a really high quality scale. It's just the end all be all if you're not looking for something crazy like Photoshop, because Photoshop's really hard to do. So if you use a camera, get Lightroom, trust me. In general, I do tend to use my actual camera for pictures that I post on Instagram. Not always, but a lot of the time. It's just a higher quality picture. The higher quality, the more likes, the more followers you're going to get. It's just a prettier picture to look at. Obviously, not everyone can do that. The cameras are expensive and they're time consuming. But if you do have the opportunity, I do suggest getting your camera, just uploading a picture to your computer, editing it, uploading to Instagram, totally worth it. Like I said, just the higher quality of the picture, the more likes you're going to get. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Can you guys all still hear me? My internet's being weird. Let's see. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Okay, I'm seeing a head nod, so I'm going to keep going. Okay, now it's working. Sorry, guys. Internet's being silly. Where am I? Okay, so the thing that you're really going to look at when you're taking pictures with your phone is how to replicate natural light in the best way possible. Natural light is important because your eyes are used to that. The way you can tell what natural light looks like is natural light has a blue hue because obviously the sky, because of the ocean, is blue. So when you're taking pictures in artificial light, you're going to be needing to add blue back into the picture to make it look more natural. So your eyes recognize it as a better looking picture. It's just the way your brain is kind of wired. If you are taking picture in natural light, which is always suggested, try and take pictures in shadowy places, because if you're in direct sunlight, then you're getting shadows everywhere and it makes the picture really harsh. And that goes for your face too. If you're taking a picture of your face and you're facing the sunlight, you're going to get harsh shadows throughout your face and it's going to make your face look harsh. So try and avoid that whenever possible. But if you're taking pictures of food or objects, shadows are always the way to go, or if it's a cloudy day, it disperses the sunlight and it makes your pictures just really pretty. If you have sunlight available, but like it's cold here during the winter, too snowy to go outside, look for a room that has windows as many places as possible. And in those rooms, put your object picture, your face, next to the actual window itself, because it makes it seem a little bit more natural still. So you're still getting that feel even though you're not outside in the actual sunlight. It just really tricks your brain into thinking that it's a better looking picture, no matter what. If it's nighttime or you just can't avoid using artificial light bulbs, what have you, then what I'm going to teach you to do really easily is just how to add that blue back into the picture to make it look prettier. First off, what you're going to look for in an artificial light room is a room that has, if possible, light from above, because then it's not going to create as many shadows. That goes for your face, for food, for objects. Obviously, I work with food more, so that's kind of what I think of in terms of photography. If you're taking a picture with a light that's coming straight from a side, you're going to get a harsh shadow to this side. So just whenever possible, avoid that. let's see. Before I get into kind of how to edit on a really kind of brief scale, I do want to point out that when you're taking pictures, the background is as important as the picture itself for a lot of the part, because if you have let's say a bowl of plain oatmeal that's really delicious and you want to show off your bowl of oatmeal, if it's just a plain color, then it's not going to have a lot of appeal. You're not going to get a lot of likes. You're not going to get a lot of comments because people are going to swipe right past it. If you add an interesting background to the picture, like putting it in a bed of grass, it adds that pop of color and it's going to catch more attention from people. So just think about the background. If you're inside, you can add pops of napkins. What am I thinking? Props, lemons, berries, fruit. Just think about what people are going to want to stop at when they're scrolling at your picture. What's going to catch your attention when you're looking at Instagram? You want to make it as interesting, colorful, and attractive as possible. Let's see, another thing that I just want to mention really quickly before getting into editing is to really pay attention to the angle that you're taking a picture in. You can take pictures from overhead, you can take pictures from dead on. Sometimes when I'm taking food photography, I will literally lay on my stomach so I can get a close-up, dead on shot of the food. Because the angle that you're taking a picture in, and this once again goes for face, anything, really is going to affect the way that that picture looks. So you want to emphasize the qualities that you like in it. So really think about the angles you're taking. I'll take pictures in every angle. Every picture that I post, I've taken at least 6 different angles in, different sides of the plates, up above, to the side, whatever. And then I go through those pictures because you can always delete. So take more pictures, delete the ones that aren't as good, because it's so easy to delete the pictures. So just take a bunch and go through them. Almost every night I'll turn to my husband and ask him, like, do you like this one or this one more? It's easy to do and it changes things. It really does. Hopefully I'm not talking too fast. Kind of excited right now. Okay, let's kind of just get into editing. I'm going to talk mainly about Facetune. Like I said, it's an app that everyone should have. It's just awesome. There's in iPhones at least a built-in editing app, but it just doesn't have all the capabilities of Facetune. So just for basics, if you have a picture that's just needs to be lightened up, it's so easy. You're going to just open up Facetune, open up the picture itself. There's a filter section, and then there's a lighting section. And in that lighting section, let me see, I actually have it written down right here for you guys. So filters, lighting, and then you're actually going to click on lighter. There's a couple options that lighten pictures. There's lighter and there's expose. Expose is going to whitewash your picture, take out all of those pops of color. So you're going to avoid expose at all possible, if at all possible. There you go. So definitely click on lighting and it's just going to light up the picture. Depending on which way you swipe your finger while holding down on the picture, it's going to increase or decrease the strength of the filter you just put on, and that goes for any filters. So it starts at 50%. If you want it to be a little bit less light or a little bit more light, just swipe your finger to either side. Just play with it. You'll know when you see it what looks good. So just play around with all your pictures. It becomes fun. It's kind of like your own form of art, but way easier. So it's great. If you need to darken it, the same rule applies. There's a darken filter. Usually you don't need to darken it much, so kind of go on the lower side, but it's still a great feature if you're in direct sunlight and you just need to kind of take down the tone so that way you're not losing the detail. If a picture's too light, you're losing details. If you're taking a picture in artificial light, then you're going to need to add in those blues, like I said, because there's going to be orange hues just everywhere. This is something that is just so important with pictures. Every time I post an inside picture, I always feel like I need to apologize to my followers. So I'm actually going to share you guys my screen. Hopefully I do this right, just to get you an idea on what the difference that blue versus orange makes in a picture. So let's turn you guys on share screen. And we're going to open up Lightroom. And this is the app that I paid $10 a month for. It's super amazing. This picture was actually taken in as much natural lighting as possible. I delete the pictures that I don't like as much, so I don't have as many to choose from, so I don't have a completely artificial light picture to show you guys. But with this picture, there was still artificial light, so you still see a lot of oranges coming into the screen. So what you're going to do, and I'll show you how to do this in Facetune, is just increase the blue until it starts looking more and more normal. As you increase the blue, it looks better, I guess. There's no real other way to say it. It just makes a big world of a difference. Every time I take a picture on my phone at night, I always go into Facetune and add in blue. It's really easy to do, and it makes a world of difference. Just kind of show you guys. Oh, that was too far. It was about here to begin with. You lower it. You're not only making it look more natural, but you can see so many more details and so many more colors. And from there, I can up the saturation of those colors, which makes the colors pop and it makes them better. I don't know. So I'm going to take you off screen share now so you can stare at my face some more. And get back. There we are. Sorry, ladies. I can't find where you went. There you are. Obviously, this is my first time doing this. Okay, so in Facetune, the way that you're going to add in those blues, super easy. You're going to use that filters option again. Through filters, there are two options that you can use. There's a cool and a blue filter. These are both in the lighting. The blue is going to add a darker blue. The cool is going to add a cooler blue. Most of the time, just add in the cool, and you can, once again, swipe left or right to change the strength of that filter. I use this every single time I take an inside picture. Like I said, the more natural it looks, the better it's going to look, and the more people are going to be interested in that picture, and you really want them to stop and be active with what you're posting. I mean, obviously that sounds like I'm posting a lot about food, so I kind of wanted to get into how to edit yourself. And I'm saying that just because, where do I want to start? If you use these tools, I want you to use them because you have this awesome picture and you want to exude your confidence and your happiness, but you have something about it you don't like. You have something in your teeth, you have a blemish. I don't want this to be a tool that you guys use to change who you are, because you're trying to show exactly who you are. But sometimes there's just something on a picture that you really want to post and you want to get rid of. And so I'm going to explain how to do that really easily, because Facetune does it all to an exaggerated extent. So be careful with it, but it does it all. If you have a blemish, a big old pimple that you're trying to get rid of on Facetune, super easy. You're going to open up the picture again. You're going to click on the patch tool. The patch tool can eliminate unwanted objects by using a similar area in the photo. So say I have a pimple right here. It's going to show somewhere around that it's pulling the image from and replace that part of your skin with that part of your skin, and it's going to completely disappear. It's amazing. That same kind of tool can be used, and you'll notice in all my pictures, you will never see a blemish because I get rid of them immediately. Why wouldn't I? I know how. And that same tool can be used for crumbs and things like that. Like, that's how I usually use it. I'm trying to perfect my plates. But if I'm posting a selfie, you can believe that my skin will look flawless. Another thing you can do with it is you can actually smooth your skin. So once again, you don't want to overdo this. You don't want to look like a porcelain doll, but it does allow you, if you're just having a problem area, to really kind of work that area down. So with the smooth tool, you just click smooth and you move your finger over the part of your skin, and it will start to really just look airbrushed. You only want to do it in the spots that need it, and you don't want to do it your whole face because it'll be obvious. People will know that you airbrush the crap out of your skin. So you want to be really easy with this tool. But it is nice if you're just having a day where you want to show what you're doing, who you're with, and you just aren't feeling yourself in that picture, edit it. Show people how happy you are, but show them the version of you that you felt like that day. Another thing you can do is, say you have something in your teeth, or you're just not feeling great about the color of your teeth. They even have a whiten teeth option. Be careful, because you will end up looking like Ross in that episode of Friends where his teeth light up in the nighttime. You have to be really easy with it. So you just, once again, use your finger over the picture. Obviously, I'm using my face as a picture, and whiten your teeth with it with your finger. Super easy, but if you go over the same area more than once, it's going to really lighten up. So you need to just use it where you need to use it and stop. You can even, if you're feeling like you really want to be saucy in a picture, make your eyes pop. With this, you can use Facetune, obviously. you're going to click details and go right over the iris of your eyes, and the color of your eyes will look brighter and just pop more. If you do it too much, people will say, hey, your eyes look real fake, because they look real fake. But if you do it just a little bit, it's going to make your eyes just kind of pop and sparkle, which is just kind of fun. Something to do every once in a while, just in case you ladies wanted to know how to look real fancy every once in a while. There is a tool, and I'm not going to explain really how to do it because it'll change the way you look in general. There's a tool that can make the shape of your face and arms and everything look different. So if you basically, let's say you have a picture where your arm's leaning up against something and it looks unattractive because it's pushing the fat out, you can actually use the tool to push your skin in and distort the shape of it, and it changes the shape of your face, your arm, whatever. So it's something that's good for occasional, but if you change it too much, then when people see you in your real life, you're going to look better in your pictures than you do in real life, and no one wants that. You want to look like you. Well, I think that's most of just kind of the tips I wanted to give. I've started at least writing out everything I've talked about so I can send it to you ladies. I can finish it if someone wants to kind of just see on paper what I've done, because I know that I talk really fast and it's easy to miss things. I just get really excited. Call me Gabby for a reason. So I have everything. I'll start writing it down and I can have it to you ladies by tomorrow. But the bottom line is, the more attractive your pictures are and the more consistent your pictures are, because you want to stick with your brand. You want it to be somewhat consistent in what you're posting. The more followers you're going to get, the more likes you're going to get, and the more business you're going to get, because there are more people watching what you do. And you just want to post quality things, because if you're posting 5 crappy pictures a day versus 2 amazing pictures a day, the person posting 2 amazing pictures is going to have more followers, because their content is something that people really want to get behind. So yeah, like I said, I'll happily type out everything I just talked about if you guys want to read it. And I have no idea how much time I have left. I try to go through fast, but if Kelsey's okay that we can open up to questions. Yeah? Yeah, okay. I'm going to pass you back the host because I have no idea how to open it up to questions. So I'm giving it back to you now. Give me 1 second. Make host.
Awesome. That was so good, Gabby. Oh my gosh. And you were hilarious. I'm over here like dying laughing like the whole time. You're so funny. I have a question.
Yes.
Do you ever use PS Express to like edit your photos?
So I use actual Photoshop. I haven't used PS Express. The Lightroom version that I was talking about is kind of the Lightroom version of that. I would be happy to explore it more. My brother knows all about that. He's trying to become a photographer. So if you guys had questions on that, I'd be happy to get information for you though. But
I was just kind of curious. I know Janelle Summers uses PS Express a lot, so I didn't know if you had played around with both to know like, oh, I like this one over this one because, you know. But if you don't, that's totally cool.
We'll research and post in the group. Just for any other questions from Kelsey or anyone else?
Just unmute your lines, guys. There's little microphones. You can just click that. Well, that will unmute you if you have a question.
So I had more of a comment because I've played with Facetune a bit, and one of the problems I have with that skin stretch tool thing is if you're actually really not very, very, very gentle with it, it morphs the surroundings around you too. So people can tell if you're standing in front of a doorway and you stretch your skin and it stretches the doorway too. So be real careful with that, because I tried it once and it didn't go very well.
And realistically, I could teach you how to do that. And I'm guilty because I know how to do that. I know how to do it really well. But there are a lot of examples like, who is it? Kim Kardashian gets caught doing that all the time. You'll see a picture of her and you'll see her booty pushing out a door frame, which is unrealistic. So you want to be really careful when you're editing pictures of yourself, because it can be really obvious to people and you're going to look like a fool. So make it look like you, just like a confident you. All right. Thanks, Riz. Any other questions?
Yes. I was looking on, not while you're talking, just now. I was listening. But to get Facetune, because I'm really excited about this, and you said it was $4.99, but I'm not finding one that is. Like,
How much are you seeing it for?
I see a 99 cent, and then I saw if you go down, there's a Facetune editor photos for $2.99.
Okay, let me see. I bought it like a year ago, so the price could have easily changed by now.
Okay.
But mine just, I don't know how much well you can see it.
What does the app look like?
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Of course, now it's not up anymore.
I like that picture of you, though.
I was going to show you guys how to edit a picture, but I knew that this was going to happen. So that's the app.
Okay, so both of those, the 99 cent and the $2.99, both have that symbol. So maybe I should just go with the big one.
I would go with the big one because I literally use those features so many times. And if I can figure out a way to make my phone always show up on a camera screen, I will happily show you guys, because that's what I was going to try and do, is edit in front of you guys. I just haven't figured out how to consistently do it. But yeah, I'm totally going to try and show you guys how to edit a picture in real time eventually. But yeah, so I get the bigger one to answer your question in a really roundabout way. Anyone else? No one else?
Yeah, Gabby, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Dean, and I just wanted to say very impressed with your call, and wanted to thank you for all the valuable information you provided to us.
Oh, thank you. It was nerve-wracking in the beginning, but it was fun.
No, you did awesome. That's very valuable information that both Kelsey and I will utilize.
I'm glad, yeah. And if you guys have any questions like later, please feel free to Facebook me or Instagram, email, whatever, and I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm sure that I kind of skipped over some things, and while you guys are looking through your notes, might think of something else. So feel free to reach out to me anytime. I do this for fun, so anything you guys.
Yeah, and I looked at your Instagram, man. You take some awesome photos. You do really good.
I'm working on it. It takes a lot of practice. Just expect, like with anything, to not be very good at first. What is it that Kelsey says? Failing is succeeding or something to that extent. Basically meaning you're going to fail a few times until you get it right. So keep trying, keep practicing. And if you go back enough weeks in my pictures, you're going to see pictures I'm ashamed of, pictures that I'm not happy with, that like I am now. So it's just a learning experience. Keep practicing, keep playing, and keep posting, and you're going to see what people like from you and get a feel for how to do things properly, basically.
Yeah, and with that said, there was actually Facebook does this time-lapse photo deal. Hey, this was a photo you posted 3 years ago. I'm going to put Kelsey on the spot here, but she posted one like 2 years ago, and it was horrible. I mean, just horrible compared to what she has now. So, I mean, the difference between success and failure is that the successful people just keep getting back up and trying again.
Exactly. I completely agree with that. I mean, you go back, 30 weeks to my pictures, and it's a whole different Instagram. It's not the things that I post now. So just keep posting, keep trying, and eventually you're going to find what's good for you, what works for you, and you're going to really master the photography angle.
Exactly. And if you look at some of the top coaches, their pictures are on point with exactly what you're advising everybody. I mean, they're quality pictures that are really attracting a lot of people. So I appreciate your advice.
Thanks, Dean.
I actually have another question.
Yeah.
So I like to post lots of like post-workout, like in my basement, but my basement is terribly lit, right? Has 2 windows and then lights, like there's 2 light bulbs coming from above, but it's like it casts lots of shadows, and I just don't know what to do about that.
Well, the hardest part, if you're casting a lot of shadows, is you're going to want to face a direction that gets the most of at least the part that's important to you in the light. And then from there, in Facetune, there's actually another part of it that I didn't really explain because it's more lengthy. But you can actually lighten specific parts of the picture. So if I have half a picture that's accidentally in the shade, it's called the white tool. So you can lighten the picture a lot until the part of the picture that you want to be lightened is lightened to the effect that you want. And then you click white and you get rid of the rest of it. And then it's all a lot lighter. It's super handy, super easy. It takes a few times getting used to, but it's definitely worth it for instances like that where some parts are in the shade and some parts aren't. It's always better to start out with the right lighting than it is to fix it, but there are tools, if there's just no other way around it, like Facetune, to fix those types of things.
Perfect. Thank you. I need Facetune. It's going to solve all my problems.
World, if you have an Instagram, you need Facetune. It is the best. Any other questions? I think we have 7 minutes left.
Naima has a question. I like to put people on the spot.
It's fun for me to watch.
Thank you. Well, you know, I was thinking about that. What was the first one? It was that you mentioned. It wasn't Facetune. It was Mex. It was
Mextures. Yeah. So that's a new one. And it has so many fun effects. And there's even something called formulas, which basically means that it allows you to build effects one after another. And they have some preset formulas, and it can create some really artsy type of pictures. And it's just a lot of fun to play with. I'm not joking, I have a photography weirdness, but I spent like an hour one day just playing with all the different effects and seeing like which effect would work good on which kind of picture. And it can add some really fun stuff. I'm kind of obsessed with the, what is it called? Like light leaks, where it looks like the light's coming in and you can fake that really easily. Yeah. So that's what I use it for mainly. But if you like black and white pictures, or if you're trying to make a picture look distressed or kind of vintagey, that's the app to go with. It's super fun. There's just hundreds of different effects and thousands of different ways to combine the effects. Super fun. Everyone should play with it. It's a couple dollars, but it's worth it.
Because I take a lot of in the gym pictures. So what do you suggest is the best for like in the gym type pictures? What do you think?
Far as lighting?
Yeah, lighting, or even the type of application that you're talking about. You said you love was it the Facetunes? You think that's a good one for like gym?
It's a good one for everything.
Okay.
Everything. Mextures is I build on with Facetune. So I start with Facetune and then I build out from there. I use Facetune to brighten the pictures because it's just the best overall editing unless you have Lightroom. If you have Lightroom, then start there. But if you're looking for something a little bit more basic, start with Facetune, lighten the picture, make the shadows kind of go away like I was explaining to Kelsey, and then go into Mextures and you can play around. Like with your gym pics, which I've seen a lot of through Facebook. If there's a lot of blank space right here, you can add some fun effects right here with Mextures, and it just kind of makes a picture that might be not as exciting, more eye-catching, and therefore, more people will be interested in it. So it's definitely something to check out. Definitely.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that advice. I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. I'm gonna go creep all your pictures after you start.
Yeah, I love like Font Studio and things like that. So this is great advice.
Thank you. I'm excited to see how everyone uses it. And like I said, if people have questions along the way, bug me. I really enjoy talking about this kind of stuff. So hit me up if you need help at any time, really. Hey. So awkward during silence. I don't know how to handle it.
So we have like 3.5 minutes. Does anybody have any other questions? Don't be shy, guys. We're a family. Families open up. We tell each other how it is.
Man, I know there's somebody that has a question.
Oh, Gabby, I think does.
Yes. Can you repeat what you said about shadows? I don't think I caught that.
Yeah. Okay. So if you have, as far as shooting in shadows or getting rid of shadows that are halfway in a picture.
Yes, getting rid of shadows.
Okay, so that's another Facetune. Go figure. What you're gonna do is lighten up the picture. You're gonna lighten up the picture to make the shadowed part look good. So it's going to be overexposed on the other side. So light up that picture to the right amount for that side, and then you're going to click wipe, and it's within the lighting tool. And under wipe, you're going to use your finger to just completely wipe over the part that you don't need to use that effect for anymore. And you'll see it start to darken or lighten whatever you're doing. And then after that, the part that you didn't swipe on will be lighter, so it'll make it look more even. Sorry, guys.
Any other takers? Okay, well, we'll go ahead and wrap it up then. Thank you again, Gabby. Oh my gosh, this call was amazing. It really was. It's going to be one that I'm going to go back to and listen to when I'm trying to edit my photos. I'm going to be like, how did she say to do that? I need to go back and listen. So, I will get this recording up ASAP, and it will go out in the team email on Friday with the recording. So,
I'll type up a cheat sheet for you guys tomorrow during my office hours. I'm renovating my house, so it won't be super early. But tomorrow night, I'll type up cheat sheet for you guys and share it with you guys on the team page.
That would be perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right. Well, guys, we'll see you all on Facebook. Have a great night. Thanks again, Gabby.